Bonjour, good morning, everybody. How are y'all doing? Yes, good. All the people in the front have to acknowledge me. The people in the shade do not have to acknowledge me. Hi. Welcome to day 2 of All In, presented by Scale AI, Simia, and Mila. How many of you now know how to manipulate artificial intelligence to your will because of yesterday? Oh, a surprising amount. How many of you are now starting a company in artificial intelligence because of what you learned in the last 2 days? How many of you have started and now closed a company in artificial intelligence because of it? All right, okay. No, nobody yet. The day's still young. This is a cool stage. So this stage is about practical applications of AI in the real world. And our first talk is with Promark. Promark and Osadia. They're a manufacturer of electrical cables in the greater Montreal area. 18 months ago, an opportunity presented itself. Use AI to improve and automate their quality control process. They call it Knecht AI. And you'll get to hear the not-so-obvious transformation, how it took place with AI. So without further ado, please welcome Jared Knecht, President of Promark, and Martin Coulombe, President of Osadia. Thanks, everyone.
Good. Thank you, everyone, for being there with us for our talk about from manufacturer to AI specialist. My name is Martin. I'm the founder of Osadia. Who we are at Osadia, I'm going to start with this. We're an innovation firm, and mainly we leverage our design, software engineering, AI, and robotic skills to develop complex solutions for our clients. Today, I'm on stage with Jared from Promark ECI. I'm really lucky to have our client on stage with us to share a project that we've put together to automate quality control within their factory. And that even turned out into a product afterwards. So to you, Jared, to talk about Promark, ECI, and Knecht AI.
Thanks, Martin. Good morning, everyone. So we are not an AI company. We manufacture products. We are a global wire harness manufacturer. So we build all the electronic guts that go inside of aircrafts and defense vehicles and medical devices and HVAC, and pretty much everything you can think of has wiring inside of it to conduct power and signal. So those are the products that we produce. We have 2 facilities here in Montreal, but we have 40 plants around the world that manufacture products that you kind of see on the screen. We're 25,000 employees globally. So we are a very big manufacturing business. And for us, the journey started with how do we figure out how to bring more tech into our business, but at the same time deliver real tangible results? Because I'm not very big on fluffy ROI. Okay, maybe we're going to see some benefit in 2 years after we spend hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's not in our DNA to do. So we have to find a different way. And so what we did is kind of sounds simple, but we reflected on what do we want manufacturing to look like? What do we want it to feel like for our employees, for our customers? And we decided, and we really thought that manufacturing it's a boring, unsexy business most of the time. People don't really want to jump into that, right? They like software, they want to go into tech, they want it to go into everything else other than manufacturing. So we said, we have to make manufacturing sexy. And the way to do that, we said, okay, well, if we start to maybe flavor the business with tech a little bit, will that help us? And how will it help us? And so as we started to explore this idea, we developed an innovation team within our business, and we gave them some runway to think of ideas of how to do that for us. And as we started to play with, we brought in some collaborative robots, we tested with some different ideas of software for planning and for other areas of our business. And then we came across quality inspection, visual quality inspection. So John, who looks at a product during its manufacturing process or at the end, says, yeah, this is good, bad, or somewhere in the middle. And we realized that John, he's been with us 25 years, but we only have one John. So what happens when John retires or decides that he doesn't want to do this anymore? Well, to train the new John proved to be increasingly difficult. And we never really had an issue attracting talent, attracting people into our business. But to train people and get them to that skill level takes a very long time. And so we started to play with vision technology. And we started to say, well, if a human can inspect this product as an example, so this is one of the products that we manufacture. We're doing this is a connector and a cable, and we're putting this on here, and then we're doing something called crimping, which is forming the metal onto the wire. It's one of the steps in the manufacturing process. And he said, well, if someone can look at this and say whether this was done correctly or whether the spacing, in between this terminal and the cable is correct, well, can we have a camera do that? And the guiding principles for us were also, we can't introduce something into our manufacturing process that's going to increase time and that's going to add cost to our process, because no one wants to pay for it. If we develop something and we tell our customers, hey, we have this great new quality inspection system tool, but all your prices now go up by 5%, they would say, forget it. Just keep doing what you're doing. We're happy with what you're currently delivering. So we had to find a way to do that very simplistically, not increase cost, not increase time. And what we found is that using very, very basic cameras, which you can kind of see inside the stand here, very powerful software powered by AI, we could actually have the camera inspect this part in literally like half a second and it's done. And what it does, it shows the operator live whether this product is acceptable or not. It saves an image, stores an image of that specific inspection on the cloud, and it can be recalled based on the serial number, work order, lot number of this specific product without the employee scanning and telling the system what this is. There are no menus in the software. There's no mouse. There's nothing to do. It's literally show it to the camera. System knows what this is. It knows what it's looking for, and it knows whether it's good or bad. And we can train the AI models to inspect anything. So we use this in our own production facility for about a year, making sure that this really worked. Then we started to deploy it at other factories. So we had this running at 5 different factories, just to make sure that it wasn't only us in our 2 facilities here in Montreal that thought this was great. And we had overwhelming feedback. And then we started to say, well, you know what, this software is good, but we should partner now with somebody who actually knows how to write software, because we did it in-house internally in the beginning. And that's when we came across Ossidia and decided to partner with them to put our software on the cloud, so it's hosted by Google Cloud, and to really make it into a professionalized software product. And then 6 months ago, we started to take this product and actually brought it to market to sell to other manufacturers as a SaaS product. We said, well, this is so good and very cost effective, easy to deploy. Let's see if other people can use this. And so we brought on a business development team and started to sell the product. And what we realized is they felt the same as us. It's simple technology, but able to transform parts of their business that they didn't think was possible without adding cost, delivering immediate ROI. So not the story of the ERP implementation. Let's spend hundreds of thousands of dollars and maybe we'll see our return in 2 years and change all the proceeds of the business. We weren't after that at all. We were saying, don't touch any of your processes. This is supposed to be an add-on to help John to facilitate his work in anything that's being visually inspected. So I think maybe I want to touch a little bit too on what Ossidia helped us do and how we really got this product to where it is. But at the end of the day, I think for manufacturers to bring AI into their business, you need to find small, tangible ways to do that, introduce it. But under no circumstance should it add cost, significant cost, to your products, to your processes. Under no circumstance should it demoralize your employees and say, oh my God, I got to now work with this new piece of software they're making me use, make their job more difficult. So as a result, going back to the making manufacturing sexy, when we started to use this tool, we had great results from our employees in terms of feedback and using the product, but they also felt like this is we make wiring harnesses, but we're using AI, like this is a cool business. So attracting talent, much easier. Retaining talent of all different age groups and generations, much easier. We found the feedback for operators who were instantly able to know whether their work was good or bad. A lot of confidence. So again, lower levels of turnover because people knew right away that what they were doing was a good job, not relying on the supervisor who may have some kind of bias saying whether their work was good or bad. So it created all these other effects in our business. Also on a business development side, when we would show customers what this was able to do for them and their products that we were building, they mentioned to me many times that we feel an alignment with your business. We like where you guys are going in terms of use of tech. You're not increasing my price, because that's always their first question. You're increasing levels of quality, giving me that traceability and serialization and quality inspection that I didn't have before at no added cost. I like this. So this is kind of the full circle story, and it's really, really important to remember that for us, we are a manufacturer. We are not a tech company. But we have to find ways to continuously bring tech into our business, small, palatable changes that will help us for the future, that will help our employees, that will help our customers. It's inevitable. And this is what we decided to do using Knecht AI as the tool that we developed. So I'll let Martin talk a little bit about the tech behind it and what Ausidia helped us do. And they were a great partner for us in helping to take it to that next level, that really professionalized software that we were looking for.
Yeah, I like how Jared explained how easy it is for the employee to do its quality control process, but on the back end, it's an all other story. Like, it's quite complicated in what we have to do, and it's not about computer vision that's complicated to deploy a computer vision model. 15 years ago, when I was doing my first model, it was harder than today. Computer vision science has evolved a lot in the last decade, and now it's much more easier. And often I speak with clients, and they tell me, "Hey, Martin, we have a project. The intern just did," I have nothing against the intern, but the intern just did a proof of concept with a computer vision model. It works. Your project's going to be easy, blah, blah. Yes, building a computer vision model to detect anomaly on parts can be simple. But the challenge comes in when you want to deploy it at scale. When we think about Jared's business, we started at its Montreal factory, one site, multiple models to treat different SKUs. But then he has 40 sites in North America that we need to deploy it there, so many sites, more models. And now his broader vision is to sell that product and generate revenues from it, more clients, more models, and we all have to manage that. And this starts to create a challenge into managing all that. So a lot of our work has been around MLOps, so projectionizing machine learning models with them. So that was what we worked on. There's different challenges we worked on. I won't talk about everything, but one of the key one was performance. When we start to work with Jared, his team has been able to develop already a model that works to detect anomalies. One of the pain points was that the performance was not where Jared's team wanted it to be. It would take a couple seconds to scan. Okay, it works, turn it. So we had to offer a very good start, but we need to bring it that was like instant so that it would work perfectly for their business, but also to be able to sell it to other companies. So we've done several things around image compression, image manipulation, and so on, but we also changed the programming language from Python to Golang, which yielded us like tremendous performance increase. I cannot talk more about the programming languages and stuff, but if you want, you can come and see us at our booth, but this has a big, big change. The other key aspect...
I actually remember that conversation when we were talking with my team about how long it's going to take to process when you put the product under the camera. I think initially it was 5 or 6 seconds. Like, not long, right? But to us, that's unacceptable because that increased time, it added time to our process, 5, 6 seconds times X many parts times X many days, right? And so the challenge was literally instant. It had to be like this. And having a partner like Acedia too that didn't try and convince us that, oh no, it has to be 5 seconds, 5 seconds is acceptable, it's good, you know. They actually didn't try to convince us of anything. And we told them, no menus. They said, no menus? Well, how do you know, how are we going to do things? This is completely foreign for software development, right? No menu. Yeah. And we said, no, no menu. Okay, fine. So it was a really collaborative process. They listened to what we needed and what we wanted, and did just that.
Awesome, thank you, Jared.
Yeah.
Another big key important for our clients and for Jared is about cost, right? Because if you started a project, if you've done a project, if you're about to start one, you're going to get some new friends, like, and I like them too, but the Microsoft, AWS, Google Cloud, business development, they're going to become your friends. They want you to run your projects on their cloud. They all have good clouds, but they're going to get good billing because running AI model at scale is costly. So a lot of the work we've been doing as well is about cost reduction. And of course, using Golang was one of the factors, but architecting the architectures to run on CPU versus expensive GPU was a key component of the project. Just in 2 months, we've been able to decrease the Google Cloud bill by 40%. So when you talk about large amount, that 40% comes in very handy. And we also focus a lot about smart scaling with infrastructure as code so that we can deploy multiple models in the cloud, retrain them, monitor them, and so on in an easy way for ProMark's team. Because we want it to be simple, because our talk from manufacturing company to AI specialists, throughout the project, we've been supporting AI's team, Connect AI's team. We've been mentoring them, coaching them. And what I like to see today is that they're now autonomous. They don't need us anymore. They're able to improve the platform. They're able to deploy models, integrate new clients. And for us, of course, we'd like to do business with ProMark and Jared forever. But the real success for us was to see them now, a manufacturing company, being able to run their business and at the same time leverage technology and become specialists in AI. For us, we're really proud of that and of the collaboration of working with Jared. We have a couple minutes left. It's been a 2 years journey. What are some of your key learnings, Jared, throughout that process from starting from zero, starting your innovation team and having a full product that now you resell on the market?
From a manufacturer's perspective, I think the biggest thing is, know your business, know what it needs, and don't let others convince you of what they think you need. You know your business, and find ways to bring technology into it in your own way. And it could be simple things as, doing trainings on how to use ChatGPT and having people start to use that a little bit in their day-to-day work. It could be obviously Knecht AI, using it for quality inspection or something like that. That's a simple process, something you're already doing today that you'd like to see how that would affect your business, affect your people. I think in working with external software development, working with Google as well, who is our cloud hosting partner, they actually did help us quite a bit to launch and market the product. There are some really great partners out there. Vet them. We made a good choice, I think, working with Acedia. They listened to our needs. They didn't try to force constructs into what we were trying to build. And the same with Google, actually. Google was pretty open in terms of helping us to build the product, understanding its use case, and helping to support manufacturers trying to change the way we do things.
Good.
Yeah.
Jared talked a little bit about that already, so I'm going to skip that one, but feel free to come us at the booth. We have 2 minutes left, so if you have any questions for Jared that you'd like to ask, it's open. Otherwise, we can...
Or a question for Martin, too.
Or a question for me as well.
Not just me. That's good. Fair.
Go ahead.
Can't hear. I'm going to come down here. I can't hear. Okay.
Challenging it is to create variation in the model in terms of the components, which means measure the defect type, and is that this device the only kind of...
So how easy or difficult to train new models?
Yeah.
Very good question.
I won't go into the technical details here, but to express how complicated it is, maybe Jared, you want to talk about how quick you can integrate a client, onboard a new client on your platform.
So that was a critical piece, is how do we allow the customer or ourselves to create new models? If we find something new we want to inspect, we have to be able to do it quickly without having a whole internal team of AI specialists or having to go to a city or somebody else to do it. So within Knecht AI, we created a tool called the Wizard. And the Wizard basically is you take about 20, 25 pictures of what good looks like. You take 20, 25 pictures of what bad looks like. You upload, and it goes through the steps, and our team actually trains the models and deploys it into the cloud, and you get a notification saying your new model is ready about 24 hours after, and you start showing the part underneath the camera, and it's already running. So very, very simple, and no intervention from the actual company in terms of technical. You just have to know how to take pictures. Yeah.
Good. Awesome. I see that we're kind of ending. Oh, one more? Okay.
I'm coming here anyways.
Is it only with this camera or also with Google's or other types of
If
cameras?
It
what?
can be used with any kind of camera.
Okay, so
This camera that's inside there is a $100 Logitech camera. You can use a $5,000 camera. You can use an overhead camera. Any camera. Yeah, that was also really important because we saw more sophisticated, let's say, vision systems, and the hardware, big, expensive. So this is meant to be very, very cost effective, but you can use any type of camera. Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Throw some out
One
in the
more.
middle.
Su-
Does the Wizard have a menu? I don't even think so. I think it's just a bot. There's no, see, no menu. It's just a plus symbol. You click and put the image. That's it. No menu. Good question, though.
Good. Thank
Yeah.
you. I see we're out of
Good.
time. Thank you, everyone. It was a
Thank
pleasure
you.
to have you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right.
Good job, Jared.
Yeah. Good stuff. Thanks.